We're gonna use that model over here, that tray. So I want to organize it first. I don't want it in part of a scene. So this is a general scene that I'm gonna bring it later. So I'm gonna select everything except the tray. So I'm gonna hold down the Shift key and select. That's a trick to select everything else. So delete. Focus on that object, and then I have a bunch of stuff here, group nodes that I might not need. I'm going to show you exactly how we're going to clean up a scene right now. So I'm going to do a little bit of a cleanup before I organize this as a prop. And to do that, first I'm going to delete the history of this prop. Edit, delete by type history. And I'm going to go to File, and this is like in very rare situations. I don't do it every time, but because there's a lot of stuff in the outliner that I don't understand where it comes from, so I will do an optimize scene size. And this option is not undoable, so I'm going to do OK. It will start calculate and delete everything we don't need. So there's more stuff in the outliner, probably because there are some layers. So I will need to delete all these layers. So go delete layer. I'll show everything, every other object that is in there. So that there's a lot of other stuff. I'm going to select everything from the outliner, and I'm going to exclude this tray and delete. So now basically I only have the tray. Again, I'll delete the history one more time and optimize scene size. Go to the top view and center the pivot point and bring this in the center. So I have my prop right on the center here, and I'm going to also freeze the transformations. So all the numbers here are zeroed out and like clean. So now I basically have a clean scene with only one prop. I cleaned up the history, cleaned up the transformations. Basically, I cleaned also the materials. When you go here and you click on the optimize scene size, Maya takes care of every unusable item. So if we're not using a material, it's going to be deleted from the Hypershade. Now I'm going to set this as my tray prop. So File, Project, New. This is going to be my tray. Tray, use default. So I'm organizing this project as it's for a library of props. And I'm going to go to my desktop, choose that as my directory, accept, and then I'm going to save the file under the scenes with today's date. Is it 28? Yeah. Tray 01. And I'm going to use the MA, Maya ASCII file, save. So now I have my scene already cleaned up. You might notice these camera nodes. Those are all these camera nodes up here. If you don't want to see them, just select them from the outliner and click Ctrl H. So now I'm ready to work on this.